Oh, hi.
You look nice.
I'm afraid.
I seem to have lost my capacity for observation. My mind is out of tune. Things no longer add up. Before I had no trouble forming a trustworthy tessellation out of the most imperceptible
Jesus, who hit you with a thesaurus?
Now I simply cannot get my head around it. Could it be that I'm dying? Why are you... Woman.
You're tired. You haven't slept for a while. Yeah, it definitely means you're about to die. He's a good doctor.
Oh no. Oh, these names. Sure name is in blossom. I grant you, but oh my god. Then it blooms every year. Every year the step is finally within stupefying vapors. The issue I'm having forever has nothing to do with fatigue or perplexity. It is just that I've lost my ability to make distinctive events coincide. You don't seem to understand what I'm saying. Let me elucidate. A single word someone utters may oh gosh, why does she use so many big words like my brain?
Someone dropped a thesaurus on her. like a cartoon piano.
Like I've been reading out loud all day and pain. Turning around, my brain's like their own murderer. This line of philosophizing is barely an intellectual novelty. It is particularly prevalent in our neck of the woods. I sometimes feel like I could touch the notions of the cause and effect with my feet, with the tips of my fingers. But that would be tedious, I reckon.
I love Dankovsky's answers. Like, it's the classic, like, obviously one of these is the nice thing to say, and the other one is obviously not a nice thing to say.
Hey, don't say this.
I'm afraid it's natural.
So you've traveled all the way here? Not only to find that both people you wanted to see were brutally murdered. Is this how the story goes? I do hope that your visit is not in any way related to the most unfortunate circumstance.
I have a bad feeling that it is.
Whether I like it or
I have to
not.
find who killed Isidore and Simon. I wanted to ask for your help. Dad can do it on. What do you make of all this? Do you like Ava?
I'm certainly no better investigator than you. I've never had a chance to search for a murder before. The best I can offer is to fill in the blanks with whatever mysterious supernatural entities might become most fitting. Shabnekadir is the most simple man scarecrow. I would have followed a different narrative.
They said Simon had locked himself for the evening, consequently died in the morning inside the mansion in a chamber with some peculiar name. What's that word, the one you've just said?
Shabnekadir, you mean? The step to it was a demon. Is that a D or a C-O?
Demonology. It's not clemenology.
I'm sure.
Clemenology is about, citrus.
Clemenology. Clemen.
Yeah, you got there.
Demonology describes it as a certain goal built by the earth to punish all manner of delinquency. It has a shape as a young woman, but it is made of clay and exhumed bone matter. An unnerving concept, is it not?
I've always suspected that primitive worldviews still exist in remote countries. Wow.
Whew. I knew you would be exasperated by this discussion. Sacrifice, bovine tails, handfuls of milk teeth in a glass beaker.
Of what? In a what?
Milk teeth, handfuls of milk teeth in a glass beaker, you know?
Sure, yeah.
You may forgive this to children and step people. Yet having the same notion reiterated by someone surrounded by books on natural history, it must be quite vexing. The answer is bound to irritate you even more. The tales are true.
You're joking, right?
I do hyperbolize a little. It is beyond debate that Shabnekadir exists. What is dubious, though, is that the bovine tails of milk teeth offer genuine protection from her. Again with the milk teeth. Which is to say, sympathetic contrivances may be of some use to children and people from the steppe, but are explicitly inefficacious for someone like you and me. We're too illiterate, too deprived of the scripture, confided in ancient soil. It's like I've read these words before several times, but I've never had to speak them out loud.
Girl, you didn't even answer the question.
Oh, right. We have no choice but to acknowledge the rules. We tried to ignore these rules to place ourselves in the framework of advanced modernity. Modernity.
Modernity.
Modernity. But to no avail. They call these demons what you want. You may refer to the air eater as hair eater, as time, but this will make you any happier. If you may refer to the hair eater as time. I've heard man eater and hair eater. If this will make you any happier. I'm comfortable with more juvenile vernacular. That is what I'm used to.
I will find a rational explanation for the crimes of this man-eater by the evening, if you help me, of course. Or, you're repeating something that Isidore once told me almost word for word. By the way, I find his murder far more infuriating than Simon's. I don't know which one.
I vote the murder part.
This one?
Yeah. Alright, let me suggest then. What do you suggest then? That while he was in the step, he saw or learned something that he wanted to report to all three ruling families. In this case, either the Olginsky family, that could have been itinerary, especially since Barack was the one who no.
Oh, have I been saying it wrong the whole time?
Burka?
Burka?
Barack?
Brock? It's broke. Don't fix it if it's not broke.
Barack was one of their own men.
Really?
Definitely. The Bull Project, from the abattoir to the railway. It's controlled by the Olginsky family. If Isidore's discovery had anything to do with the kin, Isidore would have certainly related to Vlad. So, do make sure you pay a visit to the lung. That is the name of the Olginsky man. Another fitting name, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, sure, Yola, thanks. So, cool. I gotta go talk to Big Vlad. Thanks, Yola.
Is that his name?
That's what it said on the menu.
So big, he's a big lad.
He's a big Vlad. Woo! Okay, so.
I like that. I love this game.
This game is funny. I don't know if it's supposed to be as funny as I'm finding it.
Yeah. People are gonna get mad at us because they enjoyed this game, and we're gonna be like laughing at it. And it's like, I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm enjoying it. I don't know what's going on, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening, but I'm loving it.
Every time I see like artwork for this game online, I'm like, hey, I've played that game, and I'm no closer to knowing what's going on.
Maybe Pathologic 2 makes more sense.
I don't think so. And I'm just it's like reading like a sci-fi book from the 80s where they just kind of throw you in and you have to hope that eventually you'll have the context to figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
That's what it's like reading Dune.
Yeah.
That's a bizarre poster.
Hey, it's the man with the mask!
It's the tragedy.
That's me! The what?
The tragedon. Don't put your hands on your hips at me.
She's like, and what are you doing here? It's like, I'm walking.
Check the map every 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Because...
I don't know where I'm going. You don't know where you're going. Nobody knows where we are. Interesting.
All I know is that we're Daniel Dankovsky. And we're a doctor who doesn't like death.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh, worm? Oh, worm? Are you... Excuse me, sir. Are you Big Vlad? Hello? Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Shit, you... You
want
can
me
take
to?
all of them, and I can
I'll
do this
take
one.
all of them and you do our main boy here.
I can do this one.
Oh.
Wait, which one of us is doing it?
I thought I was doing everyone.
I'll do this one, just for some flavor.
Alright, that sounds good.
Bachelor Dankovsky, of course. Who else could be so dapper? I've heard quite a lot about you. Have you taken a look around? Be sure to check the state of the industry around here. We have our own ways. What does that mean? How curious. With the current state of your industry, do you think I've come to inspect the town? I can't say I'm interested.
Yeah.
Come now. That's precisely what I'm saying. The sanitary inspection testified last year that the Bull Project is in order. Nothing to cavil at. Everything's fine. Good for you. I can see we're not really seeing eye to eye. The project is special. Very special. That means common standards do not apply here. That would be naive. Sir, I am not a health inspector. I am trying to solve a murder.
Sir, please.
We'll come back to that. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Woo!
Yes, getting everything back on track won't be easy.
Characters in this
You
game are
think
so
I'm
bizarre.
What are you implying? What is this manner you're talking about?
I bet he did it based on his eyes.
I don't like the way he's looking at me.
Eyes are massive.
Be so kind as to mind your manners. I had nothing to do with it. Don't they say Isidore was murdered by a steppe demon? A Shabnak Adir? There was that thingy, you know, the thing, a talon they fished out from the wound. I can take this from the kids and the weirdos. Right, the demon. Why didn't I think of it straight away? It was so obvious. I love Dankovsky. He's hilarious.
It's so funny.
No need to put on airs. Like you know life. Scarcely off the train and full of scorn already. Oh, I know these big city manners full well. Yet the capital is 1,000 versts away, as is any other decently civilized place, if you catch my drift. And you didn't let me finish.
Well, sorry.
Alright, I apologize for the sarcasm. Not really. Is your money where your mouth is, though? It's hard for you to believe, isn't it? It used to be hard for many. Take my boy, for example. A scoffer if I've ever seen one. And now even he believes it's real. He went off his head a bit. You're in steppe now, esteemed sir. Eastern and backwards. The dead rise from their graves here. Clay dummies dance, and bulls talk. Is everyone in this town insane?
I think so.
I have
Everyone's
no
crazy.
idea. I am not a steppe man. These animals are only as interesting to me as they are productive. All is good as long as the plow is pulled. As for how they're quacking among themselves, who would seriously take interest in that? Why was I cursed with a son like this? Oh, my sins, my grave sins. So your son bears a little semblance to you? He rubs elbows with the rabble. The butchers under... what? Shepherds and gatherers. Learns their tongue. Collects their luncheons. He doesn't keep them in check at all. They even dare to come visit him within the premises of the town. If you see a worm creeping through the streets, he definitely looking for my son. Call them rabble? They're dangerous. They're aggressive. They hate everyone who isn't a steppe person. They'll jump you and kill you on the spot. They'll tear you up with their teeth and devour your flesh while you're still throwing fists at them. So if they're spotted within the town, countermeasures are taken.
Oh.
That's interesting. So what if your
But his
son...
son's dead.
Yeah, he's the next person who got murdered.
Oh.
Perhaps you could tell us more about this creature. Hold your horses. You want to talk to my blockhead? No, you have nothing to talk about. He's not here, thankfully. I don't want you two to meet. You heard me? These are tradesmen's word, and I'll stick to them. Undoubtedly.
Rude.
Okay, that was rude of you, sir.
You're gonna go find your kid anyways. Bye.
Where was I? There's a little doubt in my mind that Isidore is well acquainted with each and every family in power, but it was Olmsky that held Isidore's leash, a relationship rooted in unbreakable family loyalty. Older does not mention the household. When I asked him what his son was doing, the honorable stockbreeder momentarily lost his temper. I think the son knows just as much as the father, and it will be easier to get him talking. But where can I find him? Wait, can I get any more information? How did Simon die? I don't think he was murdered. How could he who craved monarchy not perish? He couldn't, not in his place. Balance requires equilibrium. So what you're saying is Simon's death worked in favor of the local hotshots, huh? So Simon's course of action contradicted yours.
This is so weird.
Which part?
Every bit of it.
Come now. What I'm saying is when someone takes too much upon themselves, they always end up ground down. That's how life works. They say Simon was the one that bent the circumstances, not the other way around. Simon has lived a very long life. Very long. He was a worthy man. But long does not mean eternal, does it? No one is to blame for his death. Examine the body. You'll see for yourself. It just happened. He won't let me. Well, that is temporary. A family tradition. He's not lying to you. He truly believes Simon was murdered. Were he to admit that Simon simply died of death, he'd probably go to his last home himself. Gregory Kane didn't appear sentimental to me. Okay, that's the end of that conversation.
He died.
I love how this dude, like, hates the worm, and he's like, I got painting of him. Does this lead back into... Y'all really like not open floor plans, huh? So that was an eventful conversation, and by eventful, I mean totally unhelpful.